Hi, I'm Derek Primo Silbermann, and I'm the music director and organist at St. Mark's Episcopal Church here in Santa Clara, California. Right now I'm talking to you from my garden, but shortly we'll head over to the sanctuary at St. Mark's and hear a performance of Louis Couperin's Chaconne in G minor. First, I'd like to talk a little bit about Louis and some of the things unique about him. All musicians are unique, but there's always some interesting stuff. Louis actually passed away at the age of 35, and this always has a influence on how we do or don't remember a musician. We're actually very fortunate to have any of his music because in his lifetime he never published a thing. So everything we have is from manuscripts that were saved by family members or colleagues. Um, so we're lucky in that regard. Well, who would have saved this? Probably his siblings. Both of his younger brothers were musicians, and his youngest brother Charles took over for him at his long-term church position he had in Paris, which was at the Church of Saint Gervais. Actually, Couperin's held that position for 173 years. Charles's son Francois actually was the composer. When we usually hear of Couperin, we think of Francois Couperin, who is the son of Charles. So these three brothers actually all contributed towards Louis' move from the small town they lived in about 40 kilometers southeast of Paris, and how they ended up as substantive musicians in Paris. The royal harpsichordist, a man named Jacques Charbonnier, was traveling through the region, and on the feast day of St. James, his name day, the royal harpsichordist, these three brothers, the Couperin brothers, came and presented a small concert for this man. And they were all compositions by Louis. And he was so enamored by these pieces, he said that Louis must come to Paris and study with him and make his life as a professional musician there. Well, within a year, that's what Louis was doing. Within 2 years, both of his brothers were living on the church housing with him at the Church of Saint Gervais there in Paris. Not too surprising. Louis, as a composer, is kind of striking. He's the first French composer who we believe added registrations to his parts. That means he actually said what sounds he wanted used in his piece. Specifically even saying what kinds of stops we should be using, flutes, strings, brass, or whatever it might be, reeds, he would specify in the score. So hopefully I have been able to accomplish that in my registrations for the performance today. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.